Welcome to the Better Eye Health podcast with Damon P. Miller II, MD. This particular podcast is an excerpt from the weekly conference calls. Dr. Miller focuses on different topics connected to the Better Eye Health program. The topic of this session is about computer screens and eye strain. Here is Dr. Miller.
Hi, Dr. Miller and everyone. This is Jana. My question is regarding computer screens. That I use computer screens all day and look at it, and I do wear like a yellow glasses that's meant to shield from the blue ray. I just wonder if Dr. Miller, you have any other recommendations or things to take note of in terms of like looking at computer screens?
Well, I'm assuming in this day and age that the screens you're using, you're not using a big cathode ray tube, you're using a flat screen?
Yes.
Okay. Because that was definitely, the electron beam that gets shot at the screen in the older, the big, funky, heavy monitors with the cathode ray tubes. There's a lot of radiation off those. There's not nearly as much or none really off of the flat screens. There is electromagnetic field often from the computer itself that's running that screen, and so that you want to just kind of check and make sure that the computer is properly grounded and that if possible that it's as far away from you, where you're sitting, that you're not sitting on the power supply in the computer itself. The glasses can help definitely reduce the strain. One thing that they've studied with the computer screens, two things really, that affect vision, but it's not directly because of the screen itself. It's making sure that the screen is positioned so that you're looking straight at it, that you don't have to look up or look down, because that stresses your neck and that affects blood flow to your brain and your eye. So you want to just what would be called the ergonomics of how your chair, keyboard, mouse, screen, that everything's in a very comfortable place, that you can just sit in a relaxed place with your neck neutral, and right in front of you is the screen. You don't have to look up or look down. And the other thing is a lot of work, and again, this is not directly related to the screen, but that it's very easy if you're working on a computer to just, you look and suddenly an hour has gone by, and you've been sitting there typing, mousing, clicking around, looking at the screen for an hour without any interruption. So buying a little cheap timer and setting the timer so that every 25 minutes or so it goes off, and you, at the very least, get up out of your chair, spin around a few times, walk away and walk back. And it doesn't take a lot, but just do something to break up that cycle of just sitting there, and that has a very positive effect too. But it is a lot of work to stare at something that's that close, and it is a stress. And the best thing they found to prevent repetitive stress injuries of any sort, whether it's visual, carpal tunnel, things like this, is what I was just talking about, to take a little bit of a break every 20 or 25 minutes. And I say little, there have been studies that have shown if you do nothing more than you stand up, you walk 2 or 3 feet away from your chair, stop, turn around, walk 2 or 3 feet back to your chair, sit down again, and go back to work, that has huge benefits. So, I would do those simple things first, and if you still feel like you're having stress from the screen, then bring the question back again, and we'll see if there's more that you can do.
Okay, thank you.
Tune in for more podcasts and other presentations. Go to www.bettereyehealth.com. There is hope for sight.